From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Off the play fake, Jones. Throw right side complete to Carter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Hines. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action, Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On Play action. Allen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Jones now. Off play action. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Balaj. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now Balaj, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Going to try and throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Love. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run with Balaj, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run it with Balaj. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll He'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kalen Ballage, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jones to throw again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Palardy now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Crowder now to return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate today.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd down at 7. Now a toss play. It's Hines. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Jones, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick bought him his first touchdown on the year, and the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out.
Allen hit. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
Out time. Don't give him nothing.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. That's going to be caught by C.J. Board. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 59 yards for him on the ground. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
55, 19.
To throw again. Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long, it's Allen dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation, run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And running with power here. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start with a give here to Ballage. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Allen. He'll get this complete to Board. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Off here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, Allen. Man open is Board. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. C.J. Board, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They run with Hines. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Throwing Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Again, it's Ballage. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From midfield, here's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the air, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Colts send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 7. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Okay, ready? Check back 33. Watch the run. Watch the 18.
Jones now to throw on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard. Pickup. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Here's Jones on first down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jones. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Matthew Ioannidis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A pass there over the middle to start things out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run again with Hines. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jones on 1st and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. From the gun, Jones. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Allen. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw, it's Allen. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He was looking for C.J. Board there, and it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Allen going to go on 4th down.
So much about...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. Well, I think the Colts got this. They did. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw. Allen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Allen to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.